I shall never forget it as long as I live. Out of the trench, we went over and we crawled. If you stood up, you were dead. And that haunted me all my life. It was only a scratch, really.
Oh, these songs. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Welcome to the 1BB Despatches podcast, a podcast about airsoft, World War I, and World War I airsoft, and not in that order. Today, I'll be Matthew, I'll be Matthew. And I'm joined, as always, by my lovely co-host, Mr.
Oh, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. I've got tears in my eyes from that whole coughing segment.
So you bring a tear to my eye every time.
Right.
So yeah, when was the last time we did a podcast? The last time we did a podcast, we did a bit about being so old, having not done one for so long, and I think a longer time has elapsed since that bit, which means that by the universal law of segments and bits, we are dead. So this podcast is coming to you from beyond the grave.
Oh, just in time for Halloween.
Oh yes, spoopy.
Holy shit! Oh, I
Excellent.
should have got Tim Burton on the phone.
Oh damn it! No, he's always in a fucking conference call with Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Farter.
That's his wife, isn't it? Are they married?
I mean, yeah, but you know,
Are they
clearly,
still married?
Well, the thing is, I think Tim Burton phones Johnny Depp and he's like, "Hi, Johnny. I've got a role for you. I want you to come round to my house, and if you could fuck my wife while I watch, I won't touch, I won't get involved, but the money's handsome."
Watching from behind a wardrobe door in an Edward Scissorhands cosplay, store-bought cosplay as
but
well.
There's no scissors; it's all just rubber penises.
Oh no,
Edward penis hands.
Edward penis hands. Tim penis hands.
Tim penis hands. Tim squirting.
Inspiration for a new film. I won't tell you what the inspiration
Tim squirting. So yeah, that's us demonetized. Right
off the bat, straight away. At the very start, you said that this was a podcast about World War I and airsoft. But you forgot to mention that this is a special episode.
You're right, because it's a special episode.
Because today is R.L. Stein's birthday. The author of Goosebumps.
The author of Goosebumps. Reader, beware, you're in for a square.
He's 77 years old today.
Do you know what's the most terrifying thing about R.L. Stein? Is that at this age, he's accepted his own mortality.
So there you go. Happy birthday, R.L. Stein. Wherever you are.
I was actually thinking about R.L. Stein today.
Well, it's his birthday. That might be why.
Yeah, amazing. I was thinking about R.L. Stein and his name, because I used to think it was Errol Stein for a bit. And then it made me laugh at the time that at some point earlier this year, I was watching a film with Dolph Lundgren in it, and I can't remember which one, but I was watching a film with Dolph Lundgren in it, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd had a couple of drinks and maybe had smoked something, and I couldn't remember Dolph Lundgren's name, and I was just sitting there like, what's his name? Big Swedish guy, very educated. What's his name? That's it, Lunge Grunderson. And I shouted it at my telly, and I was like convinced his name was Lunge Grunderson. So whenever I think of Dolph Lundgren, I immediately just conjure up ideas of R.L. Stein and Lunge Grunderson.
Fucking hell. R.L. Stein, though, a handsome man, no? We'll put up a picture of R.L. Stein here.
I've never seen R.L. Stein.
Have you not? Have a quick Google of R.L. Stein, and then when you see it, that's when I'll put the picture up on the podcast so people can see it if they're watching on YouTube. You having a quick... Very handsome man. What the fuck's going on? What are you... Have you got him? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have him in November 2019. And he looks like... he looks like the love child of Woody Allen and Roman Polanski.
Happy birthday, R.L. Stein!
And then someone took that love child, seen him 20 years ago, and then with a gun to their head was asked to draw him from memory. That's what R.L. Stein is.
Wow. Birthday boy. There he is. So you go. Happy birthday, R.L. Stein. My present to you is you can keep the £20 that you owe me from April last year.
They still owe you that? What kind?
Yeah. 20 sausage rolls.
You've been goosebumped off, mate.
I have been goosebumped off by fucking R.L. Stein. Fuck you, R.L. Stein. Errol Stein.
That's right. Hope this is your fucking last birthday.
Yeah.
So, yes, returning to the theme of World War One airsoft.
World War One airsoft, yeah.
We've had a really, really big event happen recently. And it wasn't R.L. Stein's birthday.
No.
It was Jack has finally spent ages planning and putting together an event which was his first prostate exam.
It was, yep.
It was.
Thoroughly enjoyed, insisted on a thumb, not just so over a lot quicker than I thought I'd paid for.
What you paid? Someone's on the booper.
Yeah, well, don't give the game away. But yeah, paid a lot of money for that exam. It was over very quickly. I didn't finish. Don't know if he did.
Yeah. Well, it was good for me. I was sat with Tim Burton in the cupboard.
Oh, were you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I could hear that irritating sound of rubber rubbing up against itself. Squeegee noise that it makes.
Yeah, that's
really
uncomfortable. Tim calls a couple of rubber rubbers.
Yeah, God.
So yeah, no, we've had a massive event recently, which was our first proper World War One airsoft game, because we've had the previous one, which is 1923, the post-apocalyptic event, which technically isn't World War One. No. And then you had your previous one, Archangel, which was set in 1919. So this one was our proper World War One, and by that nature of heading backwards in time, our next one will probably be the Napoleonic War, and we'll just keep on going further and further back until we're just running in fields, hitting each other with stones. Yeah.
That's the plan.
The one BB, where the B stands for Brug and the other B stands for
Brug. Yes. Unbrug. It'll be
the one Brug. The biggest Stone Age airsoft team in Pangea, with more members than I have fingers on both of my hands and many more.
Brug sounds like a Thomas the Tank Engine character. It
does.
Sounds like a fucking tugboat. It's Brug, the tugboat.
It's Brug, the tugboat.
Christ.
Right, I'm after a tug, Brug.
Yeah. No one talks about where Thomas the Tank Engine was working in the late 30s, early 40s.
There actually is a really, really horrible cartoon about that.
Is there really? I don't want to know.
Yeah. It's just like a haggard, old, liver-spotted face of Thomas the Tank Engine, with headphones on, flanked by 2 U.S. military police, at the Nuremberg trials. I'll send you it later. It's harrowing, if nothing else.
It sounds.
And harrowing. It is nothing else.
Does Ringo Starr still do the narration though?
Oh, Thomas. I can't do it. I tried to do it, and I Geordie.
Oh God.
Although, to be fair, if it was a Geordie Thomas the Tank, it was like, Thomas is back at the rail yard trying to get back at the door.
Thomas the Tank Engine, narrated by Paul Gascoigne. Or Peter Beardsley, entirely up to you.
Oh, here comes the fat controller with a fishing rod and 4 can of Stella.
Don't shoot, man, Thomas.
So yeah, we've had a tremendous event.
No.
At the Lincolnshire Airsoft Club. We had a World War One airsoft. We should have prepared show notes. We are freeballing this too much. We had a great event at Lincolnshire Airsoft Club with full attendance of, I think, half of the 1BB was able to arrive.
Yeah.
So that made 22 members, give or take.
Members, yeah. Holy shit.
And I give and take. Wink. So we had, I think, honestly, one of the best airsoft experiences of my life.
Oh.
I'm only 9, so, you know.
Well, true.
So, yeah. So it was a long drive for me coming from Scotland to come all the way fucking down. And we had boys coming from Dublin and Portlaoise.
Yeah.
Who had to travel, I think, for 24 hours consecutively. So, power to them.
Yeah. Holy shit, that must have been fucking crazy. Brave boys from Ireland.
How long a drive was it for you?
For me?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but on the way there it was like 4 hours, whereas on the way back it was 2 hours. I don't know what the fuck happened in the Peak District on the Friday morning in comparison to the Saturday night, but it was fucking hell coming over. Real pain in the ass. A lot of traffic. And we drove past some weird, like, brothel in the middle of nowhere on the side of the motorway. That was interesting. Britain, we're coming on leaps and bounds. And women on the side of the motorway. But
it's one of the girls that works there.
That's her show name. But yeah, it wasn't so bad. How long did it take you to each way?
So I left the house at 6:30 a.m. on Friday morning to get there for around about 2. We took a wee bit of a break to get some food and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's around about sort of 6 hours it would have been had we not taken, like, you know, breaks for smoking and stopping off at that brothel and whatnot. But yeah, no, it was it was a long drive, but just fucking whang the tunes on, smoke some snouts. I think I chain smoked the whole way there just because it was something to do with my hands.
Yeah, other than masturbate. I mean, you know, it sounds like a long time, but that is just like a short drive to work if you're American. Yeah. So yeah, that's not so bad. Was it worth it? Was it worth the drive?
Nah, no do it again.
Yeah,
That's
fair enough.
That's my final. Nah, no. It was a really good drive. Had Tom and Stephen in the car with me.
Yes.
I say in the car with me. Stephen had me and Tom in the car with him. He was very much in control of the vehicle.
Designated driver. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, actually, it wasn't too bad a drive at all. Tom slept a lot of the way there because he never slept the night before. After I'd made him a big romantic dinner. Before I'd made chili with chili con carne with halloumi as well.
Ooh.
It was nice. Yeah, it was good. Oh, fucking hell!
Fancy pants.
Sorry,
right.
everyone.
How's your fever?
It's fine.
I've lost your sense of smell and taste.
Well, I've completely lost all of my sense of taste, and as a result, I've been listening to a lot of Creed.
Yes. That will happen. Creed. Yeah. What the fuck did they sing again?
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet. It ain't so far down. I actually really
yeah. Did they have a song? It might have been that song where there was like a music video, and he was like in the back of an American school bus, and it was just like full of candles. Oh man,
I've not seen it, but that immediately screams to me Creed because they're a Christian rock band who put Christian rock band.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's "My Sacrifice" is the song. I've just had a quick Google.
Yeah.
If you watch the whole video to "My Sacrifice" by Creed, there is one frontman move he does the whole video, and that's reach out to the camera, grab, and slowly like pull fists back towards chest.
Does he close his hands slowly, like one finger at a time, like starting from the pinky?
I don't know.
Because that's crucial. That's a deal breaker.
Oh, I've just pressed play and he did it straight away.
Yes!
It's a man playing the drums in a flood. Good times, Creed.
But, because they're a Christian rock band, playing drums in a flood which they believe was caused by the gays.
Fucking what year was that? 2001. Holy shit.
Yeah. I remember listening to
music.
I think the first CD I ever my mum had was Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of Creed. I kind of like them.
Really?
A wee bit.
Are you the third top comment on the YouTube video? Listening to this in August 2020, and I am rocking this song with swag. Man, who's with me? Is that you? Did you leave that comment?
Yeah. Well, no. I
okay, right.
I can't. I'm illiterate. I wish that was me.
Stop asking who's here in 2020. We never left. Fucking hell. What's all these diehards?
They're still around.
Time? It's been fucking 19 years.
Yeah, Creed are still fucking kicking around, like.
No, they're not.
Sure.
No, they're not. They're not. I'm sorry, but that is a myth.
Yeah.
Creed is a myth. Just like you and your ninja mask. But we won't mention that. And I promise I'm not going to be flashing up a picture of you and your ninja mask now, and it's gone. That's not.
Oh, you're such a prick. If you don't do it, fucking pussy.
Yeah.
So how was things for you? Because obviously, you were a lot of the driving force behind the game.
Oh.
You seem to be very much in control of your bladder, which was
thank you.
You're getting a big boy now.
Yep. Well, what I've been doing there is I spend a lot of time. I have a quick piss in the morning, which is known as a Chadwick, and then I try not to for the whole day, and then just before bed I have another one, but I pour it into a jug. I piss into a jug, and then I measure the weight of the piss, and I do that every day, and that sort of helps me get an idea as to how much I'm processing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to blow my own trumpet or anything, but I think I'm probably one of the best pissers out there.
Well, you know what? If I could blow my own trumpet, I'd never leave the fucking house.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Sorry. The game.
Yes.
It was a fucking nightmare because of this. I don't know if you remember, but the reunion tour is still ongoing in the UK. The Backstreet Boys reunion tour. So
yes.
A lot of places are locking down. Manchester now is actually supposedly in the UK. It's the centre of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Jeez, oh.
Yeah. So it's really bad here at the moment, and then it's just all over the shop, isn't it? Apparently, even US President went and saw them live. He was in hospital for a little bit.
Yeah, although he says he's feeling much better. He's saying he never felt so good. He felt better now than he does 20 years ago, which is when I believe the Backstreet Boys, when they first got together.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, certainly a power for good.
Yeah,
in the health world. The we had just finished the Backstreet Boys reunion here in Stirling and in Scotland, in Central Scotland, in Forth Valley, but. Typically as they do, they've put in a couple extra dates.
Yeah.
So now the pubs have had to shut because, Backstreet's back, all right?
It is all right, yeah. Backstreet's back, and that applies to everybody. So
yeah,
be careful.
I'm genuinely hoping this cough isn't Backstreet related.
Do you know, I've not been coughing all day, and then I've come to do this podcast with you, and now I'm coughing. Ever since we did that totally unscripted intro to this episode, which it was.
Genuinely was.
Genuinely was, and now I've got a rat frog in my throat.
rat frog in throat.
Rat frog in throat. I
Don't
can't
be
stop
dirty.
coughing. We'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it's. I smoked a whole bunch of cigarettes right before I came on.
Oh, that will do it.
Yeah.
Well, on the night out, on the social before the game,
Yes.
we will talk about, I promise. Just as I was going to bed, I started coughing loads, and I was like freaking out, thinking like, great, everyone's like gone to sleep, so like the whole building is like silent now, and there's just me fucking coughing away. But that was probably because I smoked far too many cigarettes, rather than COVID. But I thought I was going to get kicked out, thrown out into the cold, and who knows, kidnapped probably by I don't know, anyone willing to take me. We will talk about the game, but before we do you want to, I don't know, maybe give a quick word to our sponsor?
Oh yeah, we have a sponsor now. Holy fuck! Can you imagine? Someone actually wanted to sponsor this.
Official sponsor, and it's not Man Great.
It's not Man Great. It's ninja masks. So are you a ninja that requires a mask? Come down to Blackpool Pier, get a ninja mask today. So we actually have a proper sponsor now.
We do.
We are sponsored by SG Airsoft in Dublin. Now, I'm going to do a quick ad read. This is the first time I actually read any copy in a while. So,
anyway, yeah.
SG Airsoft is a leading supplier of all of Dublin airsoft needs, with a huge range of guns, accessories, ammunition and more. You can get everything you need by visiting their store or ordering online at sgairsoft.biz. That's sgairsoft.biz. SG Airsoft is the proud sponsor of the 1st Battalion and our favourite go-to armoury to keep our boys properly equipped for the next big push.
Hey! You did it.
That'll do nicely.
Yeah, that was pretty damn good.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll keep that.
I'm used to doing that all the time, that voice, when I used to be working at a call centre. Like, hi there, speak to Matthew at Sky. How can I direct your call?
Oh, that was you.
Yeah. And it wasn't
never
Jeff
did get my
Goldblum. Hi, I'm Jeff Goldblum with SG Airsoft. So
I
leading
fucking love Jeff
supplier of all Dublin Airsoft needs.
Jeff
with a
Goldblum did this thing.
range of guns, accessories, and
Christ.
more. You can get everything you need by visiting their store or ordering online at sgairsoft.biz.
He has that sort of Warhol thing to him, doesn't he, in the way he speaks?
Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel where he gets other celebrities to cook for him. I think something like that. And I don't know, because like everyone loves Jeff Goldblum, like no matter who you are, and like, but he is a weird man in the loveliest way. Yeah, he's very, very strange, and so all these celebrities are just like really awkward and not sure when to laugh and not. I love it. It's worth checking that out. We're not sponsored by Jeff Goldblum though.
Sponsored by Jeff Goldblum.
No.
So yeah, the game. We arrived at there on Friday on Jack's birthday.
Yay!
His big 30th birthday.
30th birthday. Am I right?
Whoa! Yeah, so arrived on Jack's birthday. We got all set up and went to the trenches, of which there are trenches. You want to talk about the trench for a second?
I think we did a trailer on the last episode, so yeah, we can them. Yeah. They're pretty big. They're pretty cool. Don't want to give too much away because hopefully in early spring, we're all going back and we're going to spend the weekend rolling up our sleeves. Might buy a flat cap especially. And we're going to World War One-ify them, which is a term I really enjoy saying now.
Do you know, the term World War One-ify has entered my lexicon in such a big mood.
Yeah? I mean, it's decent, isn't it? There's worse terms.
There's better, but there's worse.
Oh, yeah, but there's definitely worse. Yes, we had a look around the trenches, which was really good because I've already been before,
Yeah.
and I took loads of videos when I was there and sent them to the team so everyone could sort of get an idea. But it was nice to actually have people down there and walking around them and seeing what it is that we're working with, because the camera doesn't do it justice really. When you're actually in them, you realize how deep they are, and quite intimidating to imagine fighting in them and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, that was cool. Everyone got their uniform on. We're hanging out. There was photographers who took some snaps of us, sort of walking around the trenches, and yeah, it was nice. And then big thing for me was can't remember whereabouts it was, but at some point we were told we weren't allowed back into the farm building.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we were sort of called in. And as we went in, fucking brass band started playing.
Indeed it did.
Holy shit. Yeah, that was fucking crazy. I didn't cry.
Yeah, you didn't cry, not once.
No, I didn't cry.
Not once.
Very manly.
You're a big boy.
Big boy now. Yep, I've upgraded to boxer shorts.
Boxer shorts?
So
Shocks or barks?
This is a really big step for me. It was probably the best birthday present that I got. I have removed the plastic sheeting from my bed.
Excellent. So it wasn't those chocolates I got you then?
I ate those in bed, but it was a dry bed. That's the important thing.
My man. You didn't, because you left them behind, and I ate some of them.
Wait, what chocolates? Fuck off. I came home with fucking 3 boxes of chocolates.
Right, well, should have been 4.
What the fuck? Well, everyone was handing me chocolates and cake and guns.
The thing is, because I got you your chocolates and your badge that said I'm a birthday princess. I'm a special princess.
Yes, I've got that.
Which you were and still are.
Thank you.
And as soon as I had got the gift out and given it to you, I went across to go and see Dan Sheathan, who is one of our resident members and lovely French lieutenants. Congrats on the promotion.
Yep.
And he was like, immediately pulled out a much cooler gift, and I was like, cool. It's gonna make me look like shit then, are you?
Which one was this? Is this the plaque?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking hot.
Yeah.
That's up there, yeah. Yeah, well, the thing is I got home with that plaque, and I was like, yeah, this is going on my desk at work. And I work from home now. So
yeah.
There goes that. But I got loads of cool stuff for presents.
You did. You got a cool shotgun. Want to talk about that?
I got the. See, now on the internet, it's known as a Hwasan, but also a KJW or something. So let's say KJ whatever, because it's easy to say. I got the Mad Max sawed-off shotgun, which is fucking insane, and I hold it most days.
Mm-hmm.
It's on display at the moment. Gonna do some mods to it. It's a beautiful thing. But fucking, that was from our American. He portrays our American sergeant, one of the boys from Dublin, and he came over to me, and he was like, "Oh, put it in my hands," and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool, thanks for bringing it. I always wanted to have a look at one of these." And he just went, "Happy birthday," and then just walked off. He just fucked off, and I was like, excuse me, and I chase after him. And myself and the people around me at the time of this thing happening were all just like, well, what the fuck's going on? Because holy shit, wasn't expecting that at all. I also got a beautiful custom wine glass off Dylan, off Dildog. I like to call him.
Made by Dylan's old lady.
Yeah, by Dylan's ma.
By the old ma.
Yeah, which is lovely, and it's got my name on it. It says Captain on it, and it's got the 1PB emblems. It's beautiful. Yeah. I haven't drank out of it.
It's a good thing you don't follow Dylan's mum on Instagram.
Oh really? Why did she put it on Instagram?
She did.
Did she? What's her Instagram? Do you know?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Dylan, because Dylan was like, he's like, here. It's a good thing, Jack. Don't follow her on Instagram. No, and just showed me that, and I was like, oh shit. Seconds from disaster.
I'm tracking that down now.
Yeah.
I've just noticed that Dylan's got a picture of a Nazi flag on his page here. What's going on there? Oh, he was at the World War II Museum. Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
Oh, I was hoping to find a picture of him drinking his wine. I need to track down her Instagram. Pardon me, and follow her now.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Oh. Like, so after that, we had the pub quiz.
Yep.
Which
was
a massive pain in the cunt.
Yeah, I was going to say, how did you find it? Because it was
awful. I had such a good time, but also I was like, and just panicked the whole way through.
I tried my best to make the pub quiz questions a lot harder.
They were so difficult.
Yeah. Interesting, though. Well, the idea was that I thought last time it was far too easy, so I thought this time I'll make it really difficult. And, even if the questions are solid and no one gets them, at least they're interesting and everyone learns something.
That is true.
No.
What I learned was that you were a prick.
Oh, thank you very much. That's really nice.
You're hard of a quiz master.
It was good though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. You do make a good jizz master.
What was your favourite question? Do you remember any? I don't.
Probably about inside every cat. When a cat purrs, it's just a small rabbit trying to get out. No, when a cat meows.
Yeah, it's a small rabbit saying, "Get me out." Yeah. There you go. Interesting fact, though, isn't it?
Also, the Dutch language was a joke that went too far.
Yeah, joke that got out of hand. Another interesting fact. Yeah, there was something about the Boa Woa as well, but I can't remember what that was.
The Boa Woa that I about pissed my breeches.
Yeah, man, it was good. It was a really good night.
What is that from, the Boa Woa? Is that from something, or was that just you?
No, it was just me pronouncing Boa Woa in a silly way.
Boa Woa.
Boa Woa.
Killed me.
And then we all had to wake up dead early.
Yeah, I had to wake up.
I believe you were woken up by Dylan running into the room and shouting "gas, gas, gas."
Correct.
Yeah.
I think the thing I could muster was, Dylan, if I weren't so bloody tired, I'd punch your cunt in. I think he was like, "Thank you." Fucking face.
And then we did the convoy. You weren't part of the convoy.
We were part of the convoy for a little bit, but then we tried to go and get some snacks from shop, and shop didn't take card. And I was like, I rocked up to the counter with like 2 arms full of like crisps and snacks and juice and stuff, and I put it down. I was like, "You take card?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Well, guess I'll just put all of this shit back then."
Fucking hell! Do you not have a cash machine?
No.
That's horrendous.
We pulled into what we thought was the co-op, but actually it was the cooperative bank head office.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That kind of sucks. I didn't know that. That's pretty funny though.
Yeah, because I was like, "Oh, it's a co-op." We turned in, and then we're like, "Oh, wait a fucking minute, this is bullshit."
The convoy was pretty funny though. Howard, our British sergeant, has a beast of a Land Rover with one of the things where the exhaust comes out the side.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's such a big bastard of a machine, it really is a glorious thing to behold when he puts the foot down. All of the fumes were just going straight into Kevin's windscreen. And so he was just saying down the radio that he couldn't fucking see anything. And he was going, just wind down your window. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, and eventually we managed to find it. Well, as you pull into where we had the game, it like split off into like this small fork where you could go down this sort of country path towards whatever, and then the one that actually went to the field. I think it was Dan was in front of us. He sort of like pulled to one side because he wasn't sure where to go. And it was only as we approached it we saw the sign pointing to where the site was. Whereas everyone else had to either reverse or carefully drive around where this fork was. The Land Rover just fucking went over it like a fucking bastard. It's like, right, here we go then. It was so fucking good. It's a beat. Fucking love being in that thing. And then we got to the site and everyone got set up.
Which was a glorious sight to see.
Yeah, it was awesome just seeing all the uniforms. And we met Callum as well.
Callum Oxley.
Callum Oxley, who is on Instagram as well, callum.oxley.1. You should check him out. He does a lot of cool impressions other than just World War I as well.
Yeah. I had no idea how strong of a Yorkshire accent he had.
I knew he was from Yorkshire.
I didn't.
Because, in fact, is he from Sheffield?
He is.
Yeah. Because I remember talking to him about it because I was born in Sheffield.
Yeah.
He's a lovely fella.
Great guy. Because I was like, "Oh, Callum, how you doing? How's your day been?" He was like, "Oh, I'm just going down to the shop." I'm like, "Oh my God, you're from Yorkshire! Fuck yes, another Northerner, excellent. Fucking, you can chill with me anytime, my man."
Yeah, man. He was really good player as well. He teamed up with Kevin, who was running the BAR, and they were quite the team. But like in terms of in that first game, Callum took all the ammo to pass to Kev to reload. They were like swapping guns depending on who had better target and things like that. It was really cool. I remember when I was out, I'd got hit. I just sort of walked over to watch them. Because it was they were a badass little team, them two. Yeah,
they really were. They really, really were. We had on our team, we had Shadow with the fucking MG42 that was converted into an MG0815.
Oh yeah.
Which was really cool.
Really cool, yeah. Horrifying. Scared. I was trapped behind a door for a while. Because I was just completely fucking pinned by it. We didn't know that was coming until the night before either.
Yeah, I never realized it until we arrived, and I was like, "Holy shit, what is this?" It was really fucking cool though. Like I had to give people, to Shadow every so often, just like set them up to be like, assistant machine gun operator to like help carry it or cover the advance and whatnot. And it was quite. Were you doing much battlefield coordinating as an officer?
Yeah. Usually we had a rough plan at the start of the game and very basic contingency plans.
Mm-hmm.
The most cohesive one was probably the second, third game, if that makes sense. Where you guys were in like a fortified position. And we had to try and get in and grab the dynamite before it went off.
Oh, the church game.
Yes, that was really good. But it got to a stage where we were having these detailed sort of discussions in our spawn, and it got to a stage was like, right, well, we're gonna have to fucking go for it. And I think that's why we did the first charge was well thought out, but it just was poorly executed. And the second one was insane.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That church game was an absolute nightmare for me, trying to coordinate everyone inside the church, whilst also getting like shot at. A grenade came through a window and hit me right in the chest. And bounced off my chest.
Oh my God!
And then when it was it was eye level with me, and about 6 inches away from my face, and it decided to go off.
Fuck.
So. It was like, honestly, it was like the first 5 minutes of Saving Private Ryan. Because I was here like, move to the left side, enemy, and I'm just like on my knees, just being hit with a fucking stun grenade in the face. And I'm like on my knees, like trying to get my bearings back. Everything's like all muffled, Marco was walking around holding his own arm, trying to like put it back onto his stump. Steven's bleeding out in the corner. People are screaming my name, and I like start panicking. Adam comes through the window and like points a gun at me, and I'm just like, mate, I'm already dead. I'm like, I can't even hear shit right now. Eventually get back to the spawn, draw my brand new 1911, of which there are two, and just walk around the corner of the church, and I come across Dylan, Ben, and Howard, and they don't know, or they've not bothered to cover their right side, because I just walk around and catch them with their trousers down, and just like still with my ears ringing, just start like just the same way that Tom Hanks fires at that tiger tank with his 1911. Yes. I'm just like walking forward, just like stumbling arse over tit, just firing at them. Eventually get all three of them, and then just like walk into the church, still just like fucking, with all the motor skills of someone coming off a bad acid.
Little tidbit for you. Whilst that was going on, whilst you were just before you flanked round to Dylan, Bell, and Howard, I had got inside the church. I'd got to the corner, like the far side next to where these stairs were going up to the first floor. Yeah. And the marshal goes, "At your feet, Jack." And I was like, "What?" And I looked down, and lo and behold, there was a grenade right at my feet. And I just sort of like looked at it, looked at the marshal, looked back at it, and it fucking blew up. So exactly the fucking same situation. And when I was dead, I was like looking up at the tower, thinking like, "How the fuck did someone just like drop it over the side? That's insane! Like fucking good on them." It wasn't until well after the game I found out that grenade was dropped through the window right next to me by Howard, who was then subsequently shot by you. It was an absolute clusterfuck.
Oh my god, yeah, it was insane. It was an absolutely insane game. The VIP game, I really wish I was on your team to have just seen your performance, because I was trying like fuck to come and get you guys, and I got close. I could hear you speaking.
Really? Holy fuck.
I was that close. I was sniping from the brush. And the only thing that gave me away was the red band of my officer's cap.
So the VIP game, for people listening who weren't there, essentially what it was is you had these two strongholds with sort of winding paths and woodland in between them. We made it the objective for the Central Powers to capture me, the VIP. I played like a general. And my objective, or the Entente team objective, was show the general the German position. So I had to get up close and lay eyes on where they were coming from. So the idea was that, it sort of caused this madness for the people fighting in terms of where everyone was and what was going on. I made it my mission to be the biggest pain in the ass I could be for my team. Where they were saying things like, I was doing things like if I heard someone say hit, I was like, oh, go in that direction. What's all the trouble here? And go have a look. They were like, no, people are dying over there. And I was like, I'm sure it's not that bad. I don't see what all the fuss is about. And freaking them out. And what was really good was inside our little stronghold. I was going up to the windows, and people going, "Sir, please stay away from the windows." And they would stand in front of me, looking out the window. And so they didn't have their eyes on me at all. They were busy looking to see if anyone was coming. And so I just like do a right turn and walk out the door instead. They would turn around and I was already fucking gone. Oh Christ. Like looking after a fucking baby in a...
Oh man, because I could hear it. You're like, I'm gonna go look at the daisies. And I was like, what a prick. He has been such a nightmare for them.
Yeah, there's a really good picture of I'll put it up if I can find it when I'm editing this. There's a picture of Dan just looking so fucking annoyed at me. Like with one hand, like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, that was really good. That was a good game.
Dude. What I really would like to do for the VIP game is I'd like to do both. So we get to do a German VIP and a British VIP if we have the time.
Yes.
But what I also want to do is I want to strap a GoPro to your head, but facing your face. So you just get like a wide angle like shot of just your face, like
just be drunkenly walking around.
Yeah, just being an absolute cunt.
I based my performance on the same way I perform when I play Holdfast, Nations at War, as a British officer, where I'm just an absolute prick. Yeah, I'm up for that. We definitely need to do... I mean, I don't want to give it away too much for when we do have the next big game, but it'll probably be both teams will have that objective of taking a VIP to the front line, and me and you will have to sort of coordinate beforehand in terms of, okay, well, if it's the general, if we turn certain light on, or if we're wearing certain headgear, or I don't know, something like that, so that the other team knows. Well, actually, we have the radios, don't we? Which I don't think we've talked about on the podcast either, and they're a pretty cool thing. I know that the Central Powers radio is being worked on as we speak. And that is, again, Dan, which is Sergeant_D_Dubois. He runs the French team. He is just incredibly talented when it comes to making things. And he's made a replica World War One French field telephone that, when it's not in use, it plays. Not only does it play static, but it plays this particular type of static from the era. I don't know much about it. I'm probably butchering this, and if Dan listens to this, he'll hate me forever, I'm sure. But it's not like TV static. It sounds different. And then along with that, crossing paths, like every so often you get French comms coming through, like cutting in and cutting out. So when it's not in use, it sounds like a field telephone would sound. And he's doing exactly the same thing for the Central Powers team. Basing it on, actual World War One German field telephone. It's going to be amazing.
Sure.
So that myself and Matthew can communicate from other ends of the site, and make sure that the games are being planned in a way that's more immersive for the players. So, like, I'll be able to call you and say something like, "Oh, by the way, like, I've set my guys up on whatever, and there's a weak point on the left flank or something like that," and then you'll know to attack that weak point because it'll make my guys shit themselves and make for a more interesting game.
Yeah, that really will. That really will, and obviously it'll add a bit of secrecy.
Yes.
Between what we know and what they don't.
Yeah.
But if they listen to this podcast, then they will know now.
Well, no, they'll know that's the overall, like, the overarching element to it is that there's surprises built into the game for them. But, like, it's not necessarily going to be that I'm going to leave the gap in the left flank or whatever. It could be an amount of things.
The one thing that I was, not too happy about with Combat Zone and LAC was that we had to leave at a reasonable hour, at like 4. Because I would have loved to have just played right into the night.
Well, agreed. We were told that we could if we wanted, but the problem was that people had to go back to work and things like that. By the time we do the next game, the plan is, and all plans can be amended or destroyed. The plan is that once we've built up the trenches, we can have now that we've had the 1923 game, which was all about LARP and implementing roleplay into the games. We've had the last game, which was all about
gameplay mechanics.
Taking your standard airsoft skirmish game types, putting a World War One spin on them and seeing how they play out, and if they play out well enough, we'll be able to combine those two and have our first 24-hour long milsim LARP soft World War One game. That's the intention. Where you'll have to have people taking shifts during the night to sleep, or they might get rudely awoken by a bunch of grenades, all sorts. We'll throw absolutely everything at it, and we'll make it a massive event. Really try and get as many people in as possible as well. It'll be a big shindig. It really will.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we have players all over the UK. We have players in Germany as well, and friends in other places. Friends in Finland, and we have Dutch friends now, and that'll be the one that I invite them to. Yeah, I'm going to say, look, if you're coming to any game of ours,
this needs to be the one.
This is the one. Yeah.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, obviously, there will be huge developments coming in the future when we are able to combine the elements of reenactment, LARP, milsim, airsoft, and competitive cockfighting.
Yes.
But none of this would really be possible without our new and dear friends over at LAC, the Lincolnshire Airsoft Club, which I love the fact that they are a club and not like a sport business.
Yeah, exactly.
Money raking. They're of the people, for the people, we the people, by the people, who the people, when the people, we the people. Yeah, the people.
No, it's a good point though, and it was an important thing that I took away from when I first met them. I mean, they were also like accommodating, as they have been with games and general conversations we've had them with them since.
Yeah,
But yeah, just the hospitality is insane, and they really do care about the sport. And it's nice to know that, look, if we're holding these games, these private games, and this money, our money, is going to someone else, it's so much nicer to know that it's going back into the club that's supporting us,
yeah, absolutely.
because it all gets invested back into the club. Um, Holy crap, man! And yeah, it's so community driven, and they really look after the members, if you will, players who come visit. I've heard stories where someone's sort of turned up on a game day and they didn't have the cash on them, and rather than, so he was like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot the cash," and they're like, "Oh, it's okay." And so the guy then like walked away and started packing up his gear to go home, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 where are you going?" Like, yeah, you don't have the cash on you. It doesn't mean you're not going to be able to come and have fun. Like, that's what airsoft's about.
Yeah.
It's it's a hobby where we come to shoot each other and enjoy ourselves. I'm
Yeah,
not going to
exactly.
send you home because of something like that. And I just thought, you know what, like, that's exactly what we're looking for, is that sort of that mentality of looking after each other and just having a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then following the game, like, well, the conversations that I had with Ian and both and both Chris's, just sort of
Yes.
about us and about the theme and the ideas that they were having is really exciting. And I'd love to talk about it more. I think there's a lot of stuff that even you don't know about, because I'm sort of waiting for certain confirmation before I can announce it to the team, where there's some really cool stuff coming. Really, really cool stuff.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
I can't even put it into words, some of the stuff that they were talking about. Uh, you just sent me a little picture there.
I have.
Yeah. If you were intending to put me off, it's worked. um, yes, no, kudos to LAC. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, they're honestly such amazing people, and I've got to give a big special thank you to Chris Watchorn,
Yeah,
who babysat me, Tom, Stephen, Kevin, Dylan on the Saturday night for us camping out, and we made him some trench stew. Made him some
that
trench
sounds
stew.
horrific.
It was great actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good. Because obviously Dylan's a chef, and
Yeah.
I work front of house, but also I've done a fair bit of chefing. In my youth when I was a younger man.
I remember you saying that you were a better chef than Dylan. I remember those words.
Yeah, absolutely. That's 100% correct, and I will
You're a
fight
dead man.
about it. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Um, as if you'll get through an hour of this. But yeah, no, we put together like a really nice slap up meal. We made a big stew. We all sat down, had food, and then had some like duck pate together. We had some rum. So we had some like rum out of our enamel cups, and we all just shot the shit for hours and hours and hours and hours. And yeah, it was really good. And I think out of everyone, me and Chris Watchorn got along the best because we just had the most FaceTime together. I do when I'm able to sit down and speak with Chris Town about his various long-standing careers. All really interesting people, all very funny people, all
Yes.
very down to earth, and just very accommodating people.
Yeah.
At one point, Chris Watchorn did go, I feel a bit outnumbered here because me being the English accent's the fucking minority now. And I
Is
was
that
like,
your
that's right.
English accent? Is that what that was?
Please be nice to me. Don't embarrass me in front of my friend.
Don't embarrass me in front of the guys. Okay, I'm sorry.
But yeah, no. All he was like, oh, there's just so many Celts that it's weird to be the odd one out, and I was like, Aye, well, fucking, nobody taking your money though. It's no fucking legal tender up here, mate. Fucking English knows your fucking dick. No fucking chance. No fucking chance.
I loved. Kev seemed to be genuinely pleased with the novelty of English money as well. It was funny.
Yeah, he really was. He really was. Especially his fucking, on the old, on the euros and pounds.
Or on the, as I pronounce it, on the gyros.
On the euros. I heard something about all Irish people being on the gyro.
Oh god. Oh.
That was you that said it, not me.
I've just got a message from YouTube. This video is not available in Ireland. Cool.
Because they haven't got YouTube there yet.
Wow.
The server capacity hasn't been up and running yet. But yeah, no. Overall, what a weekend! What a game! When I got back home, I was absolutely knackered. I smelled horrendous.
Yep.
I hadn't washed in 3 days. But since before that, I hadn't washed in about a month. I was cultivating the stank. Just putting everything away. It was quite disheartening having to lay all my uniform kit away and put on some real clothes and hop in the shower.
Did you have a bath?
I can't fit in my bath.
No, I can't. I still had one though.
Yeah, I had a shower and I had a nice cold poutine on ice in the shower with me.
Nice.
Which was it was tremendous.
I believe Howard had a bath with a cold beer. I had a bath with a bath bomb from Lush. Candles. Celine Dion playing. All of the Celine Dion hits.
And who's this wandering hand in the bath? Oh, it's a stranger in the bath.
It wasn't a wandering hand. It was a flannel shaped like a frog puppet. And me and that frog have been very close ever since.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same colour it used to be, but still, it's lost contrast.
Well, thank you for joining us, Miss Piggy.
You've gone very quiet.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh. What about now?
Oh, welcome back.
Hi. Well, I was going to say thank you for joining us, Miss Piggy. It's good to know that someone's still fucking Kermit.
Way.
What's long and smells of bacon? My penis.
Oh, Kirby.
Oh, Kirby.
Yeah.
No. Thank you for joining us for this rather disjointed yet cathartic episode.
We'll do another one at some point.
When the notion takes us.
No fucking promises, all right? Don't be so needy.
Yeah, stop. You just stop being so fucking desperate.
So fucking off-putting.
I can't take it. The fucking it's a thing. It's a thing with these groupies, right?
I know.
These groupies. Yeah. It starts off like, oh, I love you, and then it's sex all the time, and then it quickly devolves into like, late night phone calls, leaving messages, being like, oh, call me or I'll cut myself. And frankly, the groupies don't want to hear that.
No, they don't.